Welcome back to the show, everyone. I am Orla from Orcajoy Talks.
And Claude here too. What an interesting figure we have today. Okay, Orla, today. John D. Rockefeller, the oil guy. Like the richest American ever, right? Adjusted for inflation, swimming in money, building giant monopolies. Standard Oil. This guy sounds like the ultimate capitalist superhero. Or supervillain? Or maybe both?
Exactly. Rockefeller, Gilded Age titan. He basically created the modern oil industry as we know it. But yeah, supervillain is definitely how a lot of people saw him. Ruthless tactics, crushing competitors. The ultimate robber baron, the embodiment of unchecked capitalism for many.
Right. The guy everyone loved to hate.
Yet, he was also this devout Baptist who gave away insane amounts of money later in life. Systematically revolutionized philanthropy. How do you square that? It is a puzzle.
Total contradiction. Pious churchgoer and feared monopoly builder. How did he even get started? Was not the early oil business like total chaos? Wild West stuff? Boom and bust?
Pure chaos. Pennsylvania oil boom after the Civil War. People striking gushers overnight, losing fortunes the next day. Total gambling. Speculation everywhere. But Rockefeller? He wasn't a gambler. He started as this super meticulous bookkeeper in Cleveland, obsessed with numbers.
Okay. A bean counter enters the oil fields? Seems like an odd fit.
Hated chaos, craved order, and he had this genius insight. Forget drilling, that is too risky, too unpredictable. Where's the real control point in this messy oil business, Claude? Think about it. Everyone finds oil. What do they need to do with it before they can sell it?
Clean it up? Refine it? Turn the crude oil into kerosene for lamps and stuff? That was the big product then, right? Before gasoline?
Bingo! Refining. That was the bottleneck. So, 1870, he starts. Standard Oil. And his obsession from day one? Efficiency. Cost control. Bringing order to the chaos.
Control the processing. Control the industry. Smart.
Shaving pennies, nickels, dimes off, everything. Barrels, cans, transport. He hired chemists. Found uses for waste products. Reinvested profits like crazy. Ran the tightest ship imaginable. They say he knew how many drops of solder went on each kerosene can. That level of detail.
Okay, obsessive efficiency expert. Got it. Sounds like a micromanager from hell, but effective. But just being efficient doesn't get you a 90% monopoly, right? He must have played dirty? What were his secret weapons? Besides counting solder drops?
Oh, the weapons were sharp and definitely controversial. Main one? Secret deals with the railroads. Think rebates, but worse. Not just discounts for his oil, but drawbacks. Meaning the railroads actually paid Standard Oil a cut of what its competitors paid to ship.
Wait, what? He got kickbacks when his rivals shipped oil. How is that even legal? That is insane. That is like Coke getting paid every time someone buys a Pepsi. That is rigging the game.
Welcome to the Gilded Age. Fewer regulations. Railroads needed his huge, consistent volume, so they cut deals. This gave Rockefeller this killer advantage. He could always sell cheaper. Drive competitors to the edge. And then? He shows up with an offer, sell to me or I will crush you, often showing them his books to prove he could.
Oof, the velvet glove over the iron fist. That is cold.
Most sold. The Cleveland Massacre in the year 1872, he basically wiped out or absorbed most of the competition there in weeks. Brutal, effective, created panic.
Okay, that's terrifying. Corporate warfare. How did he manage all these companies he bought up? Was not it illegal for a company in one state to own another in a different state back then?
Another stroke of genius, the Standard Oil Trust. Get this, shareholders of dozens of companies across different states transfer their stock to Rockefeller and a few buddies. They get trust certificates back, representing their share value. But the trustees now control everything, making decisions for the whole network.
Whoa. So it looked like separate companies, but one small group pulled all the strings? Sneaky.
A giant, coordinated monster spanning multiple states, the blueprint for monopolies, and the one target for angry reformers and politicians, the original trust they wanted to bust.
Wow. So by the 1880s, he controls like 90% of US oil refining, plus pipelines, barrels, everything. That is insane power. People must have hated him. Like, public enemy number one?
Oh, big time. Cue the muckraking journalists. Ida Tarbell, whose father was driven out of business by Standard Oil, writes this epic, damning exposé in McClure's magazine. Public outrage explodes. Rockefeller becomes the poster child for corporate greed and ruthless tactics. Cartoons depicted him as an octopus.
Right. The octopus strangling everything. I have seen those.
He mostly stays silent, goes to church, gives dimes to kids, which kind of makes him seem even more sinister and mysterious. Like, what's going on behind that calm exterior? Listeners, what do you think? Brilliant strategist optimizing a chaotic industry, or ruthless predator crushing competition? Can he be both? Does the end justify the means?
Seriously. So did the government finally step in? Break up the evil empire? Trust-busting time? Teddy Roosevelt?
Yep. After years of fighting. 1911. Supreme Court says Standard Oil Trust violates the Sherman Antitrust Act. Orders it broken up into like 34 baby standards. ExxonMobil, Chevron. Many trace their roots back to this. Justice, right? Victory for the little guy?
Yeah, finally. Did Rockefeller lose all his money? End up poor? Selling pencils on the street?
Plot twist. Breaking it up made him even richer. Way richer. He owned shares in all the new, now competing companies. And just as cars take off, demand for gasoline explodes. The value of those individual shares goes to the moon.
Get out of here! Are you kidding me? The punishment made him richer?
He becomes the world's first billionaire, worth like 2% of the entire U.S. economy. Insane. The ultimate unintended consequence.
Okay, that's just ridiculous. You can't even punish the guy by breaking up his monopoly. So what do when you have all the money? Literally more than you can spend? He switches to giving it away? Like Carnegie? Was it guilt? Or just boredom?
Exactly. The second act. Rockefeller the philanthropist. Guided by advisors like Frederick Gates, he applies the same systematic, data-driven efficiency obsession to giving. Not just random charity. He creates huge foundations to tackle root causes, scientific research, expert-led, wholesale philanthropy, not retail.
Like what? What did he fund? Curing diseases, building schools, libraries, like Carnegie?
All of the above, but with a focus on science and structure. Rockefeller Institute for Medical Research, huge breakthroughs in medicine. General Education Board, massive support for education, especially improving Black education in the South. Rockefeller Foundation, global mission. Public health, science, agriculture.
Wow. So, real, tangible good came out of that oil money.
They even funded penicillin production during WWI. He revolutionized philanthropy, too. Focused on strategic long-term solutions, using experts, measuring results. Not just putting his name on buildings.
Wow. From ruthless monopolist to strategic world saver. How do you reconcile that? Was it just PR, cleaning up his image, or genuine belief? His Baptist faith coming through?
That is the billion-dollar question. Critics say tainted money, buying respectability. Supporters point to his lifelong Baptist faith, his belief in stewardship, his genuine desire to use wealth productively? Maybe. It was both? Maybe the same drive for order and efficiency applied to both business and giving?
That is fascinating. The same mindset, different goals.
Maybe he applied the same ruthless efficiency to doing good that he applied to crushing competitors? It is fascinating. Okay, Rockefeller's rules. OneMasterTheSystem.com is...
Find the bottleneck. Rockefeller saw refining was key. Lesson. Analyze the value chain. Where's the control point? Where can you add the most value or exert the most influence? Dominate that.
Right. Strategic positioning.
Leverage.
Control the bottleneck. 2. Obsess over efficiency data.
Count the solder drops. Know your costs. Track everything. Use data. Relentless efficiency builds power and profit. Waste is the enemy.
Measure what matters.
Sweat the details.
Data drives dominance. 3. Architect your legacy.
Give smart. Rockefeller funded foundations for root causes. Lesson. Be strategic with your impact. Define goals. Focus resources. Build lasting structures. Think long term.
Exactly. Philanthropy as investment.
Make your giving count.
Strategic impact. 4. The warning? The monopoly trap.
Ruthlessness breeds resentment. Standard Oil got broken up. Lesson: anti-competitive tactics invite backlash. Fair play and public trust matter long-term. Short-term gains versus long-term reputation.
Good point. The social license to operate.
Do not be the villain.
Compete ethically. John D. Rockefeller. Wow. Oil king, monopolist, philanthropist. The ultimate Gilded Age paradox. A figure of immense contradictions.
Right? He brought order to a chaotic industry using brilliant strategy and ruthless tactics, then used that immense wealth to pioneer modern, strategic philanthropy. His impact, good and bad, is just monumental. Hard to label him easily.
Makes you think about wealth, power, ethics. Can you be ruthless in business and still do good? Where's the line? Does the source of the money matter if it does good? Heavy stuff. Thanks for drilling into Rockefeller with us on Orcajoy.
Yeah, hope it refined your thinking. Subscribe, follow, tell your richest friends.
Until next time, maybe. Check your oil and your ethics.
Stay awesome.
Okay, real quick. Rockefeller getting richer after the monopoly breakup? Just the ultimate suffering from successes meme Gilded Age edition.
Bet he used $100 bills to wipe his tears. Oh, the humanity of all this extra cash.
Probably funded a foundation just to manage his breakup profits. Catch you later.
Talk soon. May your breakups be profitable.